This is another important question I get asked a lot. How much can web designers actually make? There is a lot of confusion around web design income. You see everything online, from free websites to projects that cost thousands of dollars. And naturally, people start wondering, can this realistically support me? Can this replace my current income? And can it feel stable, not stressful? Is it possible to build recurring income as a web designer? So let's take an honest look at this. Because the truth is, there is no single number. How much a web designer makes depends far less on talent and far more on how the business is structured and how big or small the designer actually wants that business to be. Online, you will often see big promises, very high project prices, very fast timelines, very dramatic success stories. And while those numbers can exist in certain cases, they are not the full picture, and they are not the only way to build a successful web design business. What matters much more is sustainability. One common model is one-off web design. You build a website, you get paid once, you move on. That can work, especially early on. But the income is unpredictable. You are always looking for the next project, and every time a project ends, income resets. Another model is service-based web design with recurring income. Instead of charging once and walking away, designers stay involved. They manage the website, they handle updates, they offer support and ongoing care. That changes everything. For example, someone managing 10 to 20 clients on a monthly plan can build very steady income, even if their upfront pricing is lower. In many cases, a designer with consistent monthly clients ends up earning more over time than someone who lands a very large project only once or twice a year. Both approaches obviously work. They are simply structured differently, and this is where choice really comes in. For all needs, some designers want to grow larger businesses, others want something part-time that fits around family life. Some are perfectly happy managing 10 to 20 clients and keeping things simple. Others eventually turn it into an agency or even a family-run business. There are many ways to make this business work. What matters is that the business is planned out with structure instead of being built randomly. The designers who struggle most are usually not struggling because they are not good enough. They struggle because their income depends on constantly finding new one-off clients instead of building an ongoing relationship-based business. The designers who feel stable are usually not chasing the biggest numbers. They are building predictable systems. They know what comes in each month. They know who their clients are. And they are not constantly starting from zero. That is why it is just as important to understand business and client relationships as it is to understand design itself. So how much can web designers actually make? Enough to create meaningful income, enough to replace a traditional job, enough to build flexibility and breathing room. But it depends on how you structure the business, how you price your services, and how involved you want to be long term. Web design is not a lottery ticket. It is not about chasing the biggest project. It is about building something steady, useful, and aligned with your life. And that is why you see so many different income levels in this space. Because success here is not one path, it is many, but one thing is certain. If you put the right pieces together, this can be an amazing long-term business. One you can grow, adapt, and scale, and one you can do exceptionally well with over time. If you are thinking about web design and wondering what kind of income is realistic for you, the better question might be, what kind of web design business do I actually want to build? That answer matters far more than any number on a sales page, and it allows you to realistically forecast and plan for yourself. And if you have questions about pricing, recurring income, or how to structure a web design business that actually feels stable, feel free to leave a comment below. I may use some of those questions in future videos.